Cool beans.
And then what happens is...
So we start at 6?
Well, I'm starting 3 minutes early just so we can test this out.
Got it.
So this is what's showing currently right now on YouTube.
Okay.
So it's just kind of, this is the program, this is YouTube.
Would it be hearing your voice?
I don't know. I'm going to go test it.
Oh.
So everybody know.
Okay.
I don't see it. I can hear it. It's delayed, but I can hear it.
You can hear me talking?
Hello, good evening. This is Pastor Morgan from MCC Louisville. I'm the assistant pastor. And everyone that is watching online, we are so glad that you are here today. Welcome to our first annual Pride silent auction / marathon. Yay! Yes. Excellent. So we are in the very last hour of our silent auction. So if you have not checked it out, please do. You can check it out on our Facebook page, our website, our Instagram page. There's a link to our page on betterworld.org. Also, before we get started, we definitely want to thank the people at betterworld.org. They have allowed this amazing setup for fundraising at no cost to us. They are definitely an amazing site. So thank you for that. Thank you for your partnership. All right. So today we are going to be talking a little bit about what it means to be queer, what it means to have spirituality, and what is this thing called the queer church. A lot of people who aren't familiar with MCC, they're like, oh, wait, what do you mean a queer church? What does that even mean? MCC has been around, over 50 years now. And started in California with Reverend Troy Perry in his living room with, I believe, 9 people. But a very small amount of people who were just curious about what does this mean to try to combine spirituality and yet being queer. MCC was always open. There was never any voting on how to be open and affirming. It was all about combining those identities from day one. So we are so glad to everyone who has already placed bids on our items in the auction. Thank you for your support. And remember, this is the last hour. So get on there, beat your friends, and do this for a good cause. And we have our first guest today with us. This is Hope Taylor. Yes. Amazing. Hello, Hope.
Hello.
So one of the reasons why I brought you on, besides the fact that you're gorgeous, is because most of the time when people think of LGBT, they forget about the Q and the I and the A. In the last couple of decades, we've been seeing a lot more variety in identities. And the one that I wanted you to come on here and talk about today is non-binary.
Okay.
A lot of what I call the elder gays, so any gays that are older than me, 30 plus, they're unsure about what that means. Mm-hmm. So tell me a little bit about what does it mean to identify as non-binary?
I think for me personally, non-binary means your identity is beyond the normal binary, which is male and female. Mm-hmm. So you're able to be fluid in between those binaries or not at all, and you can go above beyond. You can have multiple genders, 2 genders, non-neutral. There's many different types of labels to go under non-binary.
It sounds like an umbrella term.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen pictures about non-binary where the trans umbrella first comes up, because that way it's under binary and non-binary. And so within the trans, you can see the umbrella term for non-binary, which means you're not within the binary margins. Yeah. So I feel like both those umbrellas you can be both, but you don't have to. It's not always either or and. Mm-hmm. It's just however you feel like that's how you express yourself or how your identity is.
Mm-hmm. One thing that I've really figured out just about identity in general is that there are these definitions, like these terms that people put words to and like people put in books and like people study. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, what matters is how that individual identifies.
Correct, yeah.
So is it possible that someone could identify as non-binary, but according to a textbook definition, they might not fit that?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like language is ever changing, and I feel like with any label, you don't fit it 100%.
Sure.
Because identity and expression is all about exploration.
Mm-hmm.
So you're able to explore into a label and feel like it may fit me all the way, but it may not. But that's up to you, however you want it.
Sure.
Some people can actually do more than 2 labels if they choose, like that's how they feel like it's expressive. I know for myself, it goes with another label of being demisexual, but I go between demi and gray because I feel like it can go either way. So with non-binary, it's the same thing. So somebody can be both like, gender not conforming, or trans femme or trans mask, meaning like I can be both this but something else in that way. So I think it's like more of a fluctuation of like what you feel like it can be.
Sure. And you used like I think 4 or 5 different terms just then, which is really exciting because there's so many different ways to identify. Can you tell us just briefly what does like demi mean and gray and those kind of things for people that might not be too familiar?
Demi and gray are more under the asexual umbrella, which is probably what we talked about later.
Yes.
So demisexual means you need a emotional attachment before you feel a sexual attraction to somebody.
Sure.
Whereas gray sexual means it's under a specific circumstance before you feel that sexual attraction. And I feel like for me, it kind of like comes and goes because it's really hard to define right now myself of which one fits me more. So I feel like both kind of goes hand in hand.
Sure. And I have seen it where some people identify one way earlier in life and then they identify not just like straight to gay, but like at one point they might identify as bisexual, but then lesbian, but then bisexual again, and then so it seems to be ever changing. It's just what you're most comfortable with.
Yeah, because I feel like humans change all the time.
Sure.
Like you can be bi, but then you're like, maybe pan feels better about how I feel. But maybe later, like 5 years later, you feel like, I'm back to bi, or I'm just like, I'm nothing. So
yeah,
it can always change.
Wow. And last question for you. What pronouns go along with non-binary?
There are multiple different ways. So you can use neopronouns. I don't know specifically all about them, but they're more, I guess, more neutral in terms. Sometimes people can go just they, them, because that's more neutral as well. Or they can do a combination to where, let's say like I'm gender fluid, so that means I can go between masculine and feminine or neither within even days or minutes, depending on how I feel. So some people can go she, they, he, they, or they and probably one of the neopronouns. So it just depends on how they feel. Like if they feel like, oh, I want to do both, I feel like I'm both. I don't care which one, but both are acceptable, or I can just go with just one pronoun.
Respond to whatever.
Yeah. Just any of them.
You, right there.
Person over there.
Well, cool. Thank you so much for this information.
Yeah.
It seems like in the last year or so, a lot of celebrities have come out as non-binary. And so I know there's been a lot of questions about, like, what does that mean? Like, how do we address them now? Like, what now, basically? So thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
I did, since you were here, I did want to showcase some of the auction items.
You sure can.
Awesome. So let's see here. Oh, I can't reach. I'm so short. First things first, we do have this lovely, gorgeous original art piece. For those non-MCCers, this is the MCC symbol with the core values inside of it. So there's justice, inclusion, spiritual transformation, and community.
I like that.
Right? I'm really digging these colors. So I might have to snag this, but we'll see what happens. We'll see. We did get quite a few gift cards. I was really, really impressed. Because who doesn't love a good gift card?
I know, right?
It like always fits. For those of you who are watching online, we do have, I think it's 7 different sections of books that were donated. They were donated from Half Price Books. They're all children's books. There's 3 that are like just general books. There's one that's all scholastic books. Ooh.
Gotta love a good scholastic.
Right. There's an educational bundle. There's a religious bundle. There's an early reader bundle. But it's really nice to get like quite a few books if you are around a lot of children. Maybe you run a daycare or a preschool and you need a lot of books, or even a Sunday school.
Just a good variety chunk for
Yeah.
everybody involved.
It's really cool. Speaking of books, we also have a gorgeous Carmichael's bookstore gift card. La-dee-dee-dee. So that is still up for grabs because there's regular Carmichael's and there is Carmichael's Kids. Yeah, did you know that
No.
they have like a separate thing?
I've recently heard that there was like separate ones.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Right now, the Carmichael's Kids has a window display that's a Pride section. Oh yeah, it's pretty awesome. So let's see what else we have in this bundle of goods. Yeah, let's see. Should we do the yellow one?
I think so.
We'll do the
Whichever one comes out first.
okay. I forgot which one. Oh, this is Viva Art. $35. Oh, this is over the river in New Albany.
Okay.
Right? Let's see. Locally owned small business. They do step-by-step classes.
I would join.
Yeah.
That sounds so fun.
They do canvas, wood, glass, and more, and with hands-on art instruction. Paint supplies, canvases, aprons, everything you need.
Dude, I would have
That's really cool.
a lot of people come with me.
You know,
That sounds awesome.
during the pandemic, I thought about getting into art, and then time just kind of flew by. So maybe this
How
will
it
be
happens.
yes. Maybe this would be a good time for somebody who's like, oh, well, I'm out of quarantine, but I still want to get into these hobbies. That is a really good way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got this is from Dirty Tees, and it's not tees as in t-shirts. It's like tees as in tees. This is on Bardstown Road. Awesome little small business. When I went in there, they had a lot of Pride shirts, but they also had these gorgeous dogs. They were so cute. But this is good for one custom t-shirt.
Oh.
That's awesome. Love it. What else is in here? They pack all these things so tight. Oh, this is the Art of Dyeing hair parlor.
Okay.
And it's not dyeing like dyeing, like lead.
Like hair dye?
Yeah, like hair dye. Yes. The amount is $100 value. Yeah.
Wow.
I know. First off, this is a really awesome looking. I feel like Willy
It's very
Wonka.
fancy.
Like I got the golden ticket. That's really what it feels like right now. I wish I knew what the current bid on it was. Because, yeah, $100 value, but getting it for less and getting your hair all gorgeous?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What a steal.
Right? It practically is. I feel like I'm stealing things. Oh, speaking of... Oh, I can't reach my arms. We also have shampoo and conditioner from the Art of Dyeing.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to tell you what. Oh, pH balance formula. That sounds impressive.
It does.
It does. And I like that they match. Oh, my Lanta. You're going to have to help me.
Okay. You want me to hold the bag?
I would love it. You're so helpful. All right. So we have these. Oh, they're all wrapped up individually. I forgot because they're a little fragile. Just like the patriarchy. Oh, that's right! I'm so excited. This is a 4-set of these cute mugs.
Is that all?
Yeah, there's 4 in there. There's 4
Awesome.
of these. 4 of these would cost like $120.
They have a little anchor on the bottom. That's so cute.
Do you see that? Can you see that? Do I need to come closer? Okay. Oh man. Oh, these are from M.A. Hadley. That business has been around for a while. I think since the 80s, I want to say. They're a local name. But yeah, there are 4 of these. Perfect for you and your honey.
And then your guests.
And then your 2 guests. And then if you have a 5th guest, then they can drink out of a solo cup. It's fine. Oh, these are adorable. I know so many people that would like these. And I mean, they've got some weight to them. You feel? let's pretend like I was a good host and I gave you like a beverage when you showed up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry I didn't.
I'm the only one who could see it because it's on my side. Unless you're looking at it.
Yeah, we do that way. That's cool. Yeah, so we're sitting here. We're living our best life with our auction items. We're imagining our trips to the bookstore. And we're drinking.
Why have you read any good books lately?
You know, I'm going to because I'm going to go into Carmichael's and get some with my new gift card.
Very fancy.
That's exactly what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to get some like queer theology books about how we serve an all-inclusive God that loves us for who we
have a
are.
good queer section in Carmichael's.
Do they?
Yeah, I've been there the other week. And I got 3 books.
For real?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Sip, sip.
Sip, sip. So thank you so much for coming on here, spending time with us.
No problem.
Now we're gonna take a very brief break, maybe like 5 minutes or so. And we are gonna show you a clip from the worship team at MCC Louisville. And so we'll be right back, and you're gonna learn some more queer things. And we're gonna show you some more items. And you've got, how much time do we have left on the auction? Studio audience? 45 minutes. 45 minutes, people. Hurry up and get these mugs. You need them. And we are back. I love that song, Waymaker.
Oh, it's great.
That's such a good one. Right. Our next guest is Kate Allen,
Hey.
resident raging bisexual.
Yeah.
So I wanted to bring you on today. You comfy?
Now.
You better? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, continuing on the theme about like new terms, understanding queerness, what does that mean? One of the terms that has been coming up a lot with like younger millennials, Gen Z, whatever the new one is going to be.
They don't have a name yet because they're not annoying people enough yet.
That's fair. So, pansexual is something that comes up. And then there's that whole like, isn't it the same as bi? And like, what does that mean? So can you weigh in a little bit about like, what does it mean? What does bisexual mean? What does pansexual mean? Like, what's the difference?
Okay. So I think people are more familiar with the term bisexual.
It's in the LGBT.
Yeah, it's the second letter.
Mm-hmm.
Third.
Oh, yeah, the third letter.
I followed you. It's fine.
Third.
What?
I just grouped the first two together. It's fine. But it's been around longer because it fits in that binary you were discussing earlier.
Mm-hmm.
That the initial thought behind it is that the bi is you're attracted to both men and women.
Mm-hmm.
Now it has shifted to mean more of like, I'm attracted to my gender and not my gender,
Mm-hmm.
those two groups.
Okay.
But the prefix bi means two, so it's fitting.
Still two groups.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so that may be, I am attracted to women and non-binary people,
Okay.
as opposed to women and men.
Mm-hmm.
Or any other variant. A lot of the issues people have with the term bi is the idea that it operates on that binary, that it erases trans people from the equation.
Gotcha.
But with that newer definition of like my people group and the people group that does not include me,
Mm-hmm.
it is more inclusive.
Mm-hmm.
That is generally how I choose to identify as bisexual. Even though, like, textbook-wise, I'd be closer to pan.
Okay.
And pan, short for pansexual, is more, it's attraction to any gender
Okay.
and all genders. That plays into the term omni a little bit, too, but that's a talk for another day.
A different sermon.
Yes. But so pan is more like, it doesn't make a distinction between my gender and not my gender. It's just, here's all the genders we got. I'll pick any of them.
Okay.
Sometimes people will use the phrase hearts, not parts.
I've heard that. Okay.
I'm not a huge fan of that term
Mm-hmm.
or that phrase.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it acts like I fall in love with you or I'm attracted to you despite your body. And sometimes that's a factor.
Yeah.
Whether it is a masculine body, a feminine body, somewhere in between,
Mm-hmm.
that body is still part of it. So all the parts included are still involved.
Okay.
So textbook, I'd probably be more pan because it's more, here's all these many diverse peoples and anyone is potential. There's not like, oh, I don't like men or I don't like non-binary people or like, that's not my jam. But I choose to identify as bi
Mm-hmm.
because of the like, well, A, it doesn't require as much explanation for people outside of the queer community.
Mm-hmm.
Versus pan, you always get the jokes of, oh, you're attracted to cookware?
Mm.
Yeah, that's a thing that comes up.
Okay.
Or people just genuinely have no idea what's going on.
Okay.
And so,
Yes.
Ban.
yes, so
I'm sorry. My ice cream cones are a little distracting.
they're beautiful.
They are. I got from Target.
Nice.
Mhm.
But yeah, so pan usually requires explanation when coming out to someone.
Sure.
And bi is a little bit easier when I'm first introducing my sexuality to someone not in the community.
Mhm.
But it also has a lot of historical baggage that it carries.
Okay.
And I kind of want to embrace that, I guess.
Okay. That's fair. I have heard the term of like bi erasure. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
So the best way to explain bi erasure, like there's real life bi erasure and there's the whole what happens in media is a whole nother level.
Mm-hmm.
But I've heard people describe it as for women that you're just spicy straight, that you're really a straight girl who's just, having fun or
Is that like where
wanting
the
attention.
term like bi-curious come from?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's the like I'm really straight, but it seems like fun and it doesn't really count, and that whole thing.
I love the voices you have with this.
That's the image of the person who does this in my mind. I guess.
Okay.
I'm just channeling Alexis.
Gotcha. A little bit, Alexis?
Yes.
Okay.
Ew. But yes, that's where bi-curious comes from, is that whole like really just being spicy straight, or you're really straight but you're curious, you're
really gay, but
well, that typically is saved for men who are bi. That
so
it's usually thought they're really gay and in denial.
Oh.
And or they're dating women because they can't accept themselves, or it's just their beard, or they're not sure yet, or things like that. That's one of the biggest things is bi people just need to pick a side.
Oh, okay. Yep. I've heard that.
And I think you were picking up on the fun thing that you notice when you've got like bi women, they're assumed to be straight, interested in men, and just playing around maybe with women or for attention. And when it's a bisexual man, they're really gay, interested in men, and just like playing around, kind of hiding with their relationships with women.
Yeah.
Because patriarchy, and everything is for men. And so
Hashtag everything is for men.
Yeah. That.
That is also another sermon.
That could be a sermon series on how everything is set up for men.
But you digress.
But I digress. So yes, that like historical baggage of bi-curious and spicy straight being a part of why I choose to identify primarily as bisexual, because it really holds an affront to the way people view the term. I know for myself, growing up, before I realized this about myself, I was like, well, I can't be bi. I can't be gay because I like dudes. This must just be how you feel about your friends. This is normal.
Gotcha.
And bisexuality is not a thing. They're just sluts. Because that's the message I was sent.
Sure.
That bi people can't have monogamous relationships. They can't have devoted relationships. They can't be trusted. They're just greedy, and all of these horrible connotations that come with it.
Right.
That they're both not real and just not caring about other people.
Right.
And so being in a long-term relationship with a woman, that introduction to people kind of sets them back, that is countering a lot of their assumptions about being bi.
Right. Wow. No, actually, you answered all my questions. Congrats.
Thank you.
Do you want to see some of the items
Yes.
that are up for auction?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, wait. Well, let's get the biggest thing.
Okay.
I love this so much. Look at this.
I'll take just the art.
You're gonna take just the art?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to support it for you.
I'll support it. It's like a baby.
It's like a baby. Okay.
She is baby size. So I know the artist who painted this, he also has a couple of other items.
Mm-hmm.
When I was looking at this the other day at work, one of my coworkers was shocked when I told her this was a watercolor painting because she thought it was a photograph.
Oh.
And
Gorgeous ballerinas.
I love it. And my niece is a dancer.
Mm-hmm.
So this makes me think of her.
You should like totally bid on that. I think you should.
We do have holidays coming up for gift giving.
There are always holidays coming up. Always. So if you're like, well, you know, this would be a great gift for so-and-so.
Yeah.
It's only June. Like, we have 6 months until Christmas or...
People always talk about how it sneaks up on them, too.
Exactly.
So if you start shopping
get
now,
it.
it's not a problem.
Yeah. Exactly. Come on, people.
Get this back to you so
Thank
you
you.
support it on the
I'm
table.
going to set her right here. Okay. Ooh, I didn't see this one over here. What? Oh, sis got tea. She's got all the tea. We got tea.
I love that. It's such a great pun. Because it's actual tea,
Mm-hmm.
but then you've got that new phrase, like,
You got some tea.
got some tea.
And also, this is her nighty night.
Love a good
It's
pun.
fun. It's good puns. So we have this lovely donation from Sis Got Tea. We have gorgeous mug, and let me see how many ounces. 4 ounces of this loose leaf tea blend.
Nice, nice. Loose leaf tea is the way to brew tea.
It is. It really, really is.
Get better flavor. I'm a certified teaologist from when I worked at Tivana, so I can tell you that for sure. So that tea would be nice and floral.
Actually, yes. It's got chamomile in it and lavender flowers.
Oh yeah, so it'd be like smooth too.
Okay. What do you know about Sis Got Tea?
Sis Got Tea is actually locally owned.
Yes.
Like pretty much everything we've got. But it's owned by a Black queer woman in the community.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you look at the logo, you can see her earring is rainbow. It's super cute.
Mm-hmm.
But I love being able to support local Black queer entrepreneurs.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that. Love it.
I love that. I love that mug.
I do too.
That looked great in my collection.
Would it? Right, we have a couple of original pieces.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the difference between the first one and these different artists, first of all, but between like a print and an original is like this is the actual art that got painted on, it's got the paint on it, and then the other is like scanned and copied, so it's not quite as fragile, but you get all of the true beauty of the piece as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's no other copy of this.
Yeah.
I think, what was this one called? This is,
So it's funny. The artist for these is Ben Griffith.
If you went to like Kentuckiana Pride in the last couple of years and have seen like the rainbow lions and everything, that's him.
Yes. And we've got a couple of his prints and stickers in the auction as well.
Very cute.
As these two originals.
Mm-hmm.
But when I asked him about the names for his pieces, he said he doesn't name a lot of them. So he was like, go for it. Name them what you want.
I thought this looked like an embrace.
That is why it's named that.
Oh!
I feel like it looks like people like hugging and like holding the...
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's got to look absolutely hilarious. Both just like one-sided people doing it. Just like that. Yes.
But make it fashion.
And then the other is named a rainbow starfish because I can't not see a starfish in this.
That's fair. That would look really good like in a beach home or like...
Oh, Right. The mugs with the sailboats.
Pair it together, people. Pair it.
Yes.
Makes me think of
Your granny.
It makes me think of my granny.
Yeah, she loves the beach.
Granny, are you on the auction? Are you watching?
Hi, Granny.
Hi, Granny. This is from Clayton and Crumb. Handcrafted leather goods. We're talking about like home goods, that kind.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're having some issues.
Comes in a protective bag.
Okay.
Bag.
Okay. It smells good.
It smells like leather.
It does. It really does. Oh, we got clasps.
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
But then, like, you get home,
You
it
put
can be like a place to put your
like a little catch-all. Put your keys
Yes,
and
keys,
phone.
wallet. phone. Mm-hmm. So that you don't go searching for it when you need it.
And
you know where it goes.
That's like legit. Again, another local business.
Yeah, they do beautiful work.
I just can't get over how good it smells. That probably,
It smells like
that
leather.
probably makes it weird. And then we do have a couple of other amazing little gift cards.
Mm-hmm.
Both of these real quick. Oh my god! This
It's so cute.
is so cute. Tell us about this one.
So this is a restaurant in
Middletown.
Middletown,
Mhm.
downtown Middletown, historic downtown Middletown. But the owners donated 2 of these gift cards for $25 each. They do like a great southern home cooked like
It smells
sandwiches.
so good in
It
there.
smells so good in there. But they do primarily like lunchtime, and they were very adamant about how important this cause was to them
Mhm.
because they had a family member die last year,
Mm.
Jimmy Peterson. So they wanted to donate in memory of him because he belonged to our community.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
There-
it's really special.
Yeah, and there are 2 of those, aren't there?
Yes, there are 2,
Mhm.
and we've got them in separately. So
Yes.
yeah,
We have 2 others here. One is from Leatherhead, different
Mhm.
leather place,
different leather place.
on Bardstown Road.
I know they do tons of like boots and belts and wallets. I know the woman was saying that their goal is that you only have to buy once because it's going to be such great quality.
Oh,
You never have to buy it with something to replace it.
I did see one time when I was walking by, they were making like a leather suit for someone. Would I not look great in a leather suit?
Because that's what you need.
That is what I need. And then this last one for this little segment is a gift certificate for a 30-minute facial from Jika Does It. Is this her on the thing right there?
That is her.
Oh, look how glowing. I don't know if you could see that, but her face is just glowing in this gift certificate. Again, on Bardstown Road.
She does great work. I used to work with her before she ventured out on her own. And she's so knowledgeable about skin and stuff. It's really great.
Mm-hmm. I felt very welcomed in her little shop.
Mhm.
I will say my mom is currently the highest bidder on this, and my dad does not want to pay extra money, so outbid my mom, please. Do it for my dad. She's the current bidder.
Oh gosh.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break. The next video we have for you is from one of our amazing people here at MCC Louisville, Jess Lance, doing an amazing worship dance. It's amazing.
Weak and wounded sinner, lost and left to die. Oh, raise your head, for love is passing by. Come to Jesus, come to Jesus, come to Jesus and live. Now your burden's lifted and carried far away, and precious blood has washed away the stain. So sing to Jesus, sing to Jesus, sing to Jesus and live. And like a newborn baby, don't be afraid to crawl. And remember when you walk, sometimes we fall. So fall on Jesus, fall on Jesus, fall on Jesus and live. Sometimes the way is lonely and steep and filled with pain. So if your sky is dark and pours the rain, then cry to Jesus, cry to Jesus, cry to Jesus and live. Oh, and when the love spills over and music fills the night, and when you can't contain your joy inside, then dance for Jesus, dance for Jesus, dance for Jesus and live. And with your final heartbeat, kiss the world goodbye. Then go in peace and laugh on glory's side, and fly to Jesus, fly to Jesus, fly to Jesus and live. Fly to Jesus, fly to Jesus, fly to Jesus and live.
Welcome back, welcome back. Here's my amazing friend here, who is our guest. This is Sunny Russ, or Sudsy Russ.
Thank you.
And again, continuing with our theme about identities and queerness and what does that look like? Sudsy is here to talk to us about asexuality and what that means. So, Suds.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about, or a lot of it, whatever, about what does ace mean and asexual? What all that? What is it?
Right. So ACE is typically like the abbreviated term for asexuality, just to shorten it because it's a lot of words.
Sure.
But basically, asexuality is just not feeling sexual attraction or feeling sexual attraction under very specific circumstances.
Okay.
And it's different than allosexuality, which a lot of people also haven't heard that term, which is experiencing sexual attraction to opposite gender, your own gender, or any and all genders. But asexuality is, again, not experiencing the sexual attraction.
Sure. Is that, like, I noticed we have like a color theme happening
Yes,
here?
these are the colors on the asexual flag: purple, white, gray, and black. They do all have a meaning. I don't remember exactly what each color means off the top of my head.
That's okay.
But yes.
Okay. And did I see you bring something else with you?
Yes, I did. I did bring something else with me. This is my ace bat.
That is your ace bat.
My ace bat.
Your ace bat. Why do you have an ace bat? And why?
So there was, so I'm sure a lot of people have heard the term alphabet people. instead of saying LGBTQPIA, all the letters.
Oh, I forgot the P. See, there's a lot of letters.
Just saying alphabet people. Well, there are people on TikTok and Facebook and Twitter who prefer the term alphabet mafia.
Oh.
Just as a little more threatening and fun.
Fun and threatening.
But there was a joke on TikTok about what everyone's job would be in the alphabet mafia.
Oh.
And the asexual people have two different jobs. They would either be super chill and just chilling in a back office doing the taxes and the paperwork.
Okay.
Or they would be out taking baths and breaking people's kneecaps. So my very good friends made me an aspat.
So what you're telling me is that you're not good at math. Is that
No.
what you're saying? You're not good at math.
I am not good at math.
So you would be out breaking. Whose kneecaps are you breaking?
The people who say asexuality is not real.
That's fair. That's fair. So everyone at home.
Not really. I'm not breaking kneecaps. It's just a joke.
It is just a
It's
joke.
fine.
It's just a bit. Disclaimer in the video description.
But anyway, back to the topic at hand.
Yes, of course. You said it's like 0 or like low level, basically, like certain circumstances.
Yes, like Hope talked about earlier, demi and gray sexual, and described what those mean. There are several. It's an umbrella term, like a lot of terms in the LGBT community, and there's a lot of different identities that fall under the term asexual.
Mm-hmm.
There are too many to get into. But yeah, basically, if you're not on the allosexual spectrum,
Okay.
you are under the asexual umbrella term.
Okay. Very, very cool. One thing that I guess I think about this a lot whenever I think about asexual and aromantic, is that American society, world society, whatever you want to say, like, is so super hyper focused on sex. And so, like, when asexual really just came out into media discussion, whatever, social media, there was almost like that's an option. And I've heard of a lot of people who are coming out later in life as asexual because they didn't even know that was an option. Again, going back to what Katie was saying about bisexual not being an option.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't hear about asexuality really until my 20s. And then I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
That fits.
Okay. That fits. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. How did that feel after you, like...
Oh, it felt amazing. Because for, my entire life, it's like, oh, Sunny, why aren't you dating? Why don't you have a boyfriend?
I love these voices.
Thank you. And it's because I was asexual. And I had never met anyone that I wanted to be with.
Yeah.
And that was perfectly normal. But they made me feel like it wasn't until I learned what I was.
Yeah.
So it was very empowering.
Yeah. It sounds very empowering. With the back?
Yes. With all of it.
That's awesome. Well, I'm glad that you found a term that fits you, and like you're finding your power, and like you're able to. I get a little distracted when I hear the pause behind me. But you're finding like comfortableness, comfort.
I knew what you meant. I got
You
you.
film it. You got this. Yeah, that's very relieving. Yeah, I feel that. Are there any other things that people need to know about?
Oh, there's a lot of things we don't have time to get into, but I can touch on a few brief things. There are a lot of misconceptions about asexuality. It's not celibacy.
Mm-hmm.
Celibacy is a choice that people make.
Mm-hmm.
Asexuality, just like being gay or being a lesbian or being bi or pan, it's who you are. It's not a choice.
Mm-hmm.
And there are, it's about attraction, not action.
Mm-hmm.
There are asexual people who are open to having sex. There are asexual people who are sex repulsed.
Mm-hmm.
And there are asexual people everywhere in between. And then, of course, there's the term aromantic that you said earlier. that kind of is included in the asexual community that they may or may not be on the asexual spectrum, but they don't experience romantic attraction, which is different than sexual attraction.
Right. And that's a whole nother
And that's a whole different conversation.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
You were just so informative about that. Yes. Now, please do not use your bat on these items.
Okay.
I
Keep
picked
it over here.
I picked some of the most glamorous items for you to look at. Yes, I know. All the jewelry. Yes, we have some jewelry. We got some jewelry today. Here, I'll let you unwrap it. It's like Christmas, except you're not keeping it.
Aw.
Yeah.
Unless I bid on it.
Yeah, unless you bid on it. And we'll see.
Keep going.
It just keep going.
No,
The
put that
everlasting necklace.
there. This matches my color palette.
It does!
Look at that.
What, you're missing a part.
Oh, sorry.
You forgot a loopy.
There we go. Look
Yes.
at all the loopies.
Yes.
I
And
like that. That's pretty.
like it shines and like, yeah, it really does go with your color scheme. That is from Discoveries on Bardstown Road. It's like a little shop. It's near Carmichael's Kids.
And look at this discovery.
yes, look at this discovery. All right, so you just hold on to that.
Okay.
We're just gonna get you all dressed up. Okay.
Here. Hang on.
What? You got it?
Well, I'll model it.
Okay, you'll model. Amazing. And then have the bat with it. Gorgeous. All right, this one is from, is this from Christmas? I think it is. I have my whole spreadsheet. It's not mine. Yes, this is from Christmas. This is not
It looks like you're proposing.
I'm not. I promise. I'm not proposing. This is a,
Ooh.
I know. They called it a fashion ring.
Does that have a light in the box?
Yes, look at that. Doesn't it blind you?
It does.
Yeah, but look at
That
that.
is really pretty.
Right? Hold on. Yeah. Y'all at home, you're going to have to look on the auction page to actually see, like, a legit thing about this. Yeah, look at that. It's got, like, the silver coating in there. And you can touch it.
Look at the detail.
I know.
It's not going to fit my finger, but, just...
Just put it on your pinky.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's very pretty. That yellow stone, I like that.
Mm-hmm. It goes good with your necklace. Amazing. Yes. And now I'm a little blinded by the light.
Mhm.
It's fine. But yes, I feel like I would be very fashionista with this. And the button-up
Of
shirt.
course.
Yeah.
Of course.
So it's like proposal, but make it fashion. Just like that.
Just like that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put this one away here real quick.
Don't let me forget to take the necklace off. I don't want to steal it accidentally.
Okay. Otherwise, you're gonna have to pay for like the maximum for it.
Exactly.
All right. This is also from Karina's. Let me find the front part of it. And I think this is from the Bellina collection.
Ooh.
Ba-da-da.
Oh, there's 3?
There are 3. 3. Trace. Yes. This is. Did you do it like that?
Yeah.
Trace. And there's another part that comes out. I don't know why that's there. Anyway, this is a wedding set. So you've got the engagement ring, and then you have the 2 rings here as the wedding bands.
Okay.
And then the people can fight over whether they want the sparkly one or the basic one.
My first thought was the man's ring and the woman's ring, and I just, the heteronormativity that was instilled in me, and then I'm like, wait, no, that's not right.
Mhm.
I mean, it could be, but inclusivity.
Yes. Anybody can wear this ring or this ring.
Yes.
Yes. I think they're really, really pretty.
They're really pretty.
Yes.
I like silver. Silver is nice.
It is. And it comes in this cute box. Not that I'm saying that anyone needs to bid and try to get this because of the box, but that is another factor in this. Now, we do have another box over here. Ooh. Do you want to open this one?
Sure.
I know.
Oh, it's a cross necklace.
Ooh.
With a little stone in the center. Well, it's not the center. Is it the center of the cross?
Sure.
The cross
Yes.
part of the cross?
The crossing of the cross.
There you go.
Yes.
Yes.
Where's that from? It's from Dallas. Amazing.
I don't know how well you can see it,
You can't.
but
Come on. Oh, don't. Okay, does it look good on me?
it does. It does look good on you with the whole ensemble.
Yes. And the bare feet. All of it. All of it.
Yes.
now we're ready. We're ready for anything.
We are.
Yeah, this is really, really pretty. And I remember there were a lot of high bids on this one. So we're just gonna close you up before I get too attached. Yes. Oh, side note, I forgot to tell you. Dallas is one of our regulars, our members.
Yes,
at
I have
MCC.
met Dallas before. Hi, Dallas. If you're watching, hi.
Dallas does have a really cute jewelry store on, was it Brownsboro? Yes.
Didn't you buy something from him?
I did! That is where my beloved and I got our wedding bands. Yeah. Excellent service. But also like a really unique collection. Like there's a lot of stuff that's sitting there going, oh my god, I wish I made more money. I need all the things.
Don't we all?
Yes. Thank you. Like you had this look to me and I was like, wait a minute, I'm forgetting something. You were there. You were there for me.
I was.
You're good.
Because I was there when it was bought.
You were there when it was bought. Yes.
Ooh, what is this?
This is a Polish pottery.
It's Polish, like you!
Like me.
Well, your ancestry.
My genetics. My genetics are Polish.
Yes.
My identity is lesbian.
Yes.
But yes, this is from the Polish pottery place in historic downtown Middletown. Yes.
Little red flowers.
Yes.
They're so cute.
I thought that was orange.
Orangish red, scarlet.
I think it's like burnt orange. Does that sound right? It's
Sure, we'll go with that.
We will go with that. Yes, it is the color palette polish. Help me out.
Polish?
Color palette Polish pottery. Got it.
There you go.
When I went in there, they had so many cute things. I had to be dragged out. I was like channeling my ancestors.
Your Polish ancestors?
Yes. I was like, oh, I just feel so connected. But seriously though, there were a lot of such cute things in there.
What could one use a bowl like this for?
Well, I think it's a little bit bigger than like the leather thing.
Mm-hmm. I think
So-
it's deeper.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't know. There's just so many. I'm like, would I put food in that? Like,
You could probably use it as a small serving dish.
yeah, like I could put some little like dinner rolls in there. But then also it's like, oh, here's our cutlery. Or, yes, would you like a mint? Hello.
Or it could also be a catch-all.
It could be a
Brighten
catch-all.
up your entryway or your foyer.
That would brighten up my entryway / my foyer.
Yeah. Just add a little popcorn.
I love how you're like looking like a complete rotation here.
Yeah,
Did you look underneath it too?
I did. I did look underneath it. It has this nice little label on the bottom.
If you get this, you also get the label underneath.
You do.
Yes. Here is our last item, and
Okay.
it's completely different. You don't want to keep this around too long.
So I'm guessing it is a food item.
It is an edible.
Okay.
Yes.
So who are these people on the box? Are these the owners of the company?
I have no idea.
Okay. Just thought you might.
They are like pretty awesome looking. But this is from, I don't know if you can see that, the Louisville Vegan Jerky. I can't talk today. The Louisville Vegan Jerky Company. Yes.
So it's vegan.
And it's local. Local. Hashtag fake AF.
So Jesse, if you're watching, you can eat it.
Yes, our resident vegan. The one that was dancing.
It's the one that was
Yes.
dancing.
So this is their cute. Oh my lantern. This is their cute little variety pack. All right, you ready for this?
Yes.
Ready to be amazed. We have perfect pepperoni.
Ooh.
We have smoky Carolina barbecue. We have maple bacon. I love all the colors, by the way.
Right?
Buffalo dill.
Buffalo dill? I am intrigued and I kind of want to try it.
I think you should bet on it. Smoked black pepper. Yes. That's really cute.
It's a weird way to say pepper, but okay.
Pepper. But yes, this is soy. I've tried this before, and it tasted it tasted better than like the.
And you are an
steak.
expert on jerky.
I am. I'm very, very carnivorous. All right.
There's so many different flavors.
I know.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Well, Sudsy, thank you so much
You are very welcome
for being here and looking gorgeous. And I'll need that necklace back.
Oh yes, yes.
Um,
See, I had already forgot.
So we are going to show our last video of the worship team while we do some final tally-ins. We'll have our Pastor Stedney come up and talk a little bit about MCC and then let you know how the fundraiser went. Yes, thank you, Sudsy. Hello, gorgeous people. Welcome back. We hope that you enjoyed that last song by our worship team. We're very, very excited that you are here. Our last guest with us is our esteemed, amazing, gorgeous, awesome, wonderfully dressed pastor here at MCC Louisville, Reverend Stedney Phillips. Da-da-da-da. Yes. Hi, Stedney.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
You
It's
look
a great
great.
event.
It is.
Great
It
event.
is. So I wanted you to come on, because you're the pastor and you need to be here. Yes. But tell us a little bit about MCC in general, maybe a little bit about MC Louisville. Just share some things with us today.
Okay. MCC Louisville is a part of the Metropolitan Community Church, churches globally. We have churches around the world. And so it's an exciting movement, and a movement that works tirelessly for spiritual liberation and justice issues.
That's awesome. That is so awesome. It sounds like they're working around the clock, all over the world for this. Yeah.
Since its inception in 1968, pre-Stonewall, They have done a lot of work in the queer community, providing resources, providing a place of worship for all people.
So they've been around a hot minute, and they've been there through the major, most, I guess, historically recent queer events. Marriage equality, AIDS relief, all of that stuff.
Yes. For the long time, the MCC movement first was known as, the gay church. We were also known as the Human Rights Church, and we went through the AIDS epidemic as a community, and we had a lot of loss. And we lost a lot of our siblings to AIDS. We also have become a church of liberation, and it's exciting to see what MCC is doing even now in the world.
So yeah, what is the global denomination? What's currently happening with MCC?
We have contacts around the world, which is exciting because there are places in the world where it's against the law still to be queer, and it is punishable by death. We have connections with some small communities in those countries that I don't want to name, but that, they have found us, and we have connected with them to provide refuge and resources and just support, so that they know that they're not alone.
Right.
MCC is also a proud sponsor of the Queer Youth of Faith Day, which is coming up at the end of this month. And it's exciting because there are youth that identify with their faith but have been made to choose their faith or their sexuality, and this event provides a place for them to celebrate both. And suicide rate and conversion therapy is high in our youth community, and so we want to provide truth and provide support for them.
Of course. I did not know about the Youth Day. I'm very excited about that. I guess Louisville would still be considered part of the South, even though we're right there. We're right at the riverfront. But yeah, there is certainly a lot of that binary, if you will, about you have to choose one or the other. And so MCC has certainly been a light at the end of the tunnel, if you will.
It's definitely a place where you can connect your spirituality and sexuality and not have to choose, because God embraces you as a whole being.
That's really awesome.
And that's one of the reasons why I am a pastor in MCC, and why in MCC Louisville, who began in 1972. I've only been here 2 years, but they have been in this community strong and providing a spiritual home in the city, and will continue to do so. And there are so many things that are possible, and so many things that I would like our church to be able to step out and do in the next year.
Yes, Reverend Steady, what's on your vision board for the church?
It's on my vision board. Well, I have it right here.
Here's
my vision board. No.
You're not a glue and Mod Podge and glitter type person. You're a
tablet all the way.
Yes.
But I think one of the things that we learned, and maybe we knew, but we definitely learned that the church, through the pandemic, the church goes beyond the walls of a building. And with that, I hope that our church can continue to do outreach, to partner with different organizations throughout the city, to create a spiritual home a place of liberation for people who need hope, for people who need to reconcile their sexuality and their spirituality, for people who need community and that can celebrate who they are.
That's awesome, and so needed. You know, there are a lot of open and affirming churches in Louisville, which is amazing, awesome. We don't see a lot of that in the rest of Kentucky, so Louisville is certainly unique. But even apart from that, MCC is different.
It is.
It's very different.
And I want to make sure I say this. This is so important.
Say it.
That our church, we strive to be a place where one can ground themselves in the truth of their spirituality and sexuality, where there is freedom and celebration, not just freedom, but also celebration for one's expression of their queerness in gender and gender expression in culture and in faith.
Yeah, that's an integral part. It's so awesome. So, Stephanie, are there any other things that you want to make sure the people at home know about MCC Louisville, before we get to our grand total?
I think that some people haven't heard of MCC still. We discovered that as we were doing this event, when our board member was making connections with some of the organizations in the city. And so it's so important for us to get our name out there so that people know that there's a place for them to go. And that we persist in the work of justice and spiritual liberation for all people. And by doing that in our city, we impact the world.
Well said. Well said. That is so awesome. So before we do our total, would you like to help me thank our donors?
Absolutely.
Yes. All right, we'll go. We do the highlighted part. It's organized for us.
Okay.
All right. We would like to thank Honey Brothers Coffee,
Karina Jewelry,
the Elderberry Company,
Clayton and Kroom,